everyone, it's time for more Anno 1800. Well, last time I finally finished, yes, that's good, I finally finished, so to speak, at least, the sort of first part of the Scholars District. I might have to do a little bit more up here, I haven't 100% decided. It might happen. I do have a university and everything is lovely. That is what they need. So we have a little bit more space that we could work with over here. That might happen, and the reason why that might happen is that if I do have a end game for this series, it is to have everyone have all of their needs filled. In order to get to the radio tower need, I need 7,000 of these bastards. Now, it is true that we can get more scholars without fulfilling these needs, and that is by doing the lifestyle needs, and we're gonna keep doing that, I think. But we can look at the, for example, the seafoods too. That's another 22 scholars for each building. We have the telephones that we get to later. I have no idea how much that is. In happiness, it's, well, it is happiness and research points. But if we go to lifestyle needs, I already have the local mail, which gives us plus 10. I have the saltpeter, gives us plus 4, and I have the film reels, gives us plus 4. Then we have the regional mail and overseas mail, which I still don't know exactly how they work, so no idea. I think it has to do with, and we're gonna presumably look at that a bit more, I think it has to do with the airship stuff. So for example, if we look at, yes, here we go. Oh, I already have that guy. Hold on, how does this work then? So we have the local mail, but how do I produce? That doesn't work. But how do I produce these? We also have the New World reports, which is interesting. That is also for the scholars. But like, how are these produced? Because we have to produce them somehow, and I do not. I think I need to just Google this because I don't know how this works. We do have a lot of local mail that we can ship around, but like, where would we ship it? That's already taken care of. Anyway, we're gonna get to that. Now, one thing that I did in the last episode, I am going to have to retract. And also, I will admit that I was very, very stupid. So, in the research center, we're going to actually be done in this episode, I think, with this, yes, by the end of it. The old world cotton production. See, what I was doing in the New World, and I have even shipped it here, was a few fertility items. So, fertility 4, let's see here, we have fertility 4, tobacco, cotton, coffee, because I thought, yeah, we're gonna need that, aren't we? No. And I've already looked at this, which is making me even more annoyed at myself. If we look at these things, we already have them down here, even though we haven't unlocked them. If we click coffee, for example, we're not making the coffee with coffee beans, which is a bit weird. We're making it with grain and malt. And for the rum, we're doing it with coal and potato. And for the cotton, we're doing it with wool. Somehow, don't ask how that works, but yes, I don't even need those. So at some point, I might actually ship them back to the New World and maybe utilize them there somewhere. I have been talking about expanding the New World a little bit further, so that could definitely be a thing that we might do. But yeah, that I failed that one, didn't I? So, by the way, if we go to the New World, just check here. Because oh, he hasn't, no, you haven't arrived yet, so okay. I have sent the ship back here, so when they arrive, well, no, or did I, no, I sent him back again, didn't I? Yes. Oh well. But anyway, in this episode, what the hell am I focusing on? Well, the hell I'm focusing on is scholars again. Because now you need tapestries and you need seafood stew. Which means that we begin this episode by going back to Mbesa. So, Mbesa, my lovelies. You have arrived here with the Apier thing, which I completely forgot about. Ooh, don't I have... No, my salvager is coming back to Cape Trelawney. But I have you now. I have... That is... Where the hell is that? lanterns, yes. I have 3 apiaries. Oh, well, that's a bit annoying. Why do I have you over there? Okay, well, this guy can do it then. Or these guys, maybe I should say. Because if I place you here, and I add that, whabam. So what that does is increases productivity and reduces the workforce needed. And I can also donate to science. That's interesting. See, one thing that I don't understand about the science or research points is that I can only do one thing at a time, as far as I'm aware at least. I now am sitting at 21,000 research points. What do I do with those? I'm gonna go and check a thing. Is it the case that I can, like...
Your horizon is darkness. That's good.
Oh, that's lovely. Can I, like... No, because I add it to the queue, don't I?
The people celebrate your leadership.
So master... Yeah, see? It's gonna take time, isn't it? 130, if I add that guy, 1 hour. So how can I ever utilize 21,000 research points? I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, back to Invasive. So in order for us to, and you are basically just filling up on the bloody beeswax, what we could do here just to alleviate a little bit, or at least temporarily alleviate, is we can build a few depots. So like that. So now you can, instead of 75, you can have 175. We could also simply just upgrade this guy. So there we go. So now we're up to 250. That's a decent upgrade. And I think, have I not done more or less exactly the same? Well, we have 400 here. You have a right, yeah, with
More
the...
than
Okay.
ready.
You know what? What I just said is actually going to be true, which is that we do not need these things. I made a fool out of myself, so we're going to pick up that, we're going to pick up that, so I can't pick up everything. And we're going to go, and I am not going to dump it. I am going to ship it to Manola to begin with. But there we go. So you're upgraded. We have this island, which is very much not like done, so to speak. By the way, what is it that you want?
I have to imagine what it must be like.
Visit the lonely and aged. Come. Visit the lonely and aged.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay. Yes, I have the goat milk. That's fine.
Wonderful.
Lovely.
I
Okay.
never doubted you would.
Ah, mosquito net. That's not actually that bad. I have some crop farms that could use that over here. Anyways, we have this island. We have, you know, means to produce a whole lot more than we are currently doing. Also, man, there's a bunch of quests here. Let's get rid of these.
The council have finally welcomed me among the elders of the
Okay.
Keftanya Moot. Help me prepare my acceptance speech.
Oh, that doesn't feel like just a resident quest. Invited to join a council of elders who want... Oh, no, it's just help with a speech. So, oh, but I get to make a decision. Moot points. So, Elder Tibibi, I have several ideas on how
Let
to
us
open
get
my
to
speech,
it.
but I'm uncertain which would be most efficacious. First, I'm to stand and call dear council members, but then... what would make the best first impression? Your vote of confidence for once in my life humbles me. I rejoice in joining forces with you for clearly the greater good of our city. So long, very long, have I awaited this honor. Yes, there we go. That's the choice. Good thinking. I shall certainly consider that. I follow up with a series of the necessary flourishes.
In one of your factories.
Okay, Booker Mangus, I'm going to try to remember that. Then we move on to, there is much to be done, and our first mandate should be... Okay, I don't know what these mean. The needs of the lowliest, as befits the virtuous, to strive to encourage piety and abidance with the covenant, or to lessen the burdens of the elders, that we may better uplift and base up. So, okay, right. Happiness for elders, range for monastery and happiness. These needs require less... Oh, yes, require less goods, that's good. There will be much murmuring and discussion at this point, I'd like to think, but I will control it easily. Now, on to the conclusion. By the grace of the Lord, I solemnly swear that I will make my tenure with the moot with the mood. My life's work. I will not rest until this mood's influence reaches beyond Tabarim to the whole oven base up. Or order will be restored and the righteous uplifted. Yes,
People
there we go.
celebrate your
Order.
leadership.
Order for everyone. Good. There we go. So get a
I'm
bit
not
of
saying
cash.
that, you wicked bush pig.
Aw.
Thank you
Okay.
for helping me
But you
understand
still
what
do
I
it.
needed to do in
So
my
route to the base.
speech.
Oh, okay. You know what? That's
People
cool.
celebrate your leadership.
But we need to go to the New World and Bucaramangos. Where the hell did that explode? Where even... Wait, where? Oh, right. It was a... one of these. That guy. Alright, well... Is there an explosion chance? Doesn't even say anything about explosion chance. Okay. Am I the subject of terrorism, maybe? Anyway, you have a lot of space, so where are we on the different things? Seafood. Well, we start with tapestries. We are again... I'm gonna stop all this stupid trading everything. Stop trading things. But do have a minimum stock of things. So yeah, see, we're just trading away all of our lovely things. I think I might be able to just start transferring these immediately. Yeah, we just... I realize that this might be why I do have the amount of money that I do have. I get that, but like, still. Ooh, aren't we... No, we're not shipping right. That's fine. That one. I can agree on that one. That's fine, we can trade that, but we are not going to trade that. Absolutely 100% not. Because I think that we're going to be using those spectacles. Why the hell would we trade that? So stupid. How much money am I going to start losing because of this? I don't know, but we'll figure it out. So there we go. We've fixed that. Now, if we look at Tabarim and Crown Falls, and we now start looking at these items here at the bottom. If we look at... Are you higher up then? We come in weird orders. Yeah, we're underproducing on tapestries. We are underproducing on seafood stew. So we need to get on that. So we're gonna start by doing what is needed, so to speak. We have those two here. If I build one more of you, and I build one more... Oh, do we only have the one here? Okay, that's a bit interesting. Do you... Let's just do it over on there. If I start by doing that, and we again check with here, production... So now we're overproducing on that. We are still underproducing on the seafood stew, though. However, I wouldn't mind doing one more view, and then it's gonna have to be like 2 more of these. Bloody hell. That's a lot. So just gonna add those 2 there. So now, if we look at these 2... That's now severely overproducing, and that's just barely overproducing, actually. Interestingly enough.
Hi.
You arrive with some stuff, and then what you're gonna pick up is a big old thing. Where... Is it not here? Hold on. Hold on. Yes, that guy. That is in Mbesa. So you just go there, and then we'll deal with it from there, so to speak.
No,
are we not producing because we're lacking
make
these?
do
It
with
could
what
be
I
that.
have.
So you know what? Let's make sure that we are producing everything we need. Lobsters. That was not here. That was down here. How are we looking at lobsters? Not much. Not much. If we look now, where is this? Which island? This is Balhalle. Weird. Balhalle and Tabarim. We'll look at the lobsters. We need...
Untold perils.
I'm gonna assume like 3 more. Right, we have a very difficult expedition as well, for whom the bell tolls. Your ship has been on the razor-sharp coral that faces an underwater volcano. Since she has rolled onto her side, freeing your ship will require surgical precision if you're to prevent gallons of water from flooding in. If you do not wish to send a team of divers to cut the ship free, you may instead be able to make or use something clever to break free. And we have 45 on crafting, so let's do that. And they use a lot of spare materials, but it works. Fighting against the slant of the ship, they're able to fragment the core with a long pole they have constructed out of wood and rope. 7. It is extremely heavy, however, and as the ship yatters free, your men cannot stop it from sliding into the sea. It feels like a waste, and there's only just enough wood left to repair the breach in the hull. So, like a 50% success, 50% success, maybe? I think I need, like, double this. So we are gonna double it. I'm gonna just build it like that, with a lovely bit of road like that. So we are now lacking a few of these, which is fine. We can add more. This is also where we have a party. So if I add a few more just coming down here, it looks a bit funky, this. Not gonna lie. We could... yeah. What we have? What ship do we have that is doing something here? That guy. It's a little schooner, which is currently very filled up. You are going, and you're going super slowly. If we look at 3, we have one schooner. We have a schooner. We have a schooner, we have a schooner, we have a schooner. Is that because, yeah, we're still not shipping enough? Bloody hell, stop. I don't care if I'm disconnected. I might want... Ooh, I thought I had a cargo ship in here, but I don't. I mean, I have you, but you are on a route. Okay, well, go to, by the way, yes, we can do this while we're looking at it. We have a oil tanker. You are going to be on the, you're going to be on the International. This guy, and the Nebuchadnezzar. There we go. But we are also, we are moving, rather creating even one more. We are going to create more and more cargo ships. We need to fix the base, basically. But that's fine. We can...
New orders?
Because you are... How are we on? We're looking very good on lobsters, just that we are going to need a bit more. So that's fine. That actually means that you have probably not been offloading all of it. I don't know. But if we go over to here, by the way, aren't we still at 75 here? Yes. Upgrade that one, please. Could upgrade it even further, but that's not necessarily needed. But let's add at least 2 depots here. Can you not actually do that? Well, that's a bit of a shame. Fine. 1 depot there. And just 1 here. Looks a bit weird, but it is what it is. So that's that, and then for the seafood stew we also needed the teff mill. So rather, no, sorry, we need spiced flour. That's the word. So spiced flour, obviously we're severely underproducing on. So we need like 2 more of those, I'm gonna say. You can actually come over here. So how about you there too?
Ship constructed.
And that's yet another oil tanker, because again, oil is apparently super difficult. Marigold goes into the rotation. Now, we need a whole bunch of elders, which is fine, we can do that. Now here's the point, we're gonna need to produce another monastery. And, or do we? Hold on. You have everything you need, but is there something we can do with this? Because orchids we have a lot of, but it's only like 3. It's not a lot of people, really. I mean, soap is easy. Herbs is easy. Oh, we have a... Oh, okay, hold on. For the love of God. We have something. We have... From new to base, we have this guy. The Trinidad. Okay. So you're picking up from Booker Mungos and Nola. I could see myself actually changing this to just cotton and then have one of the new cargo ships. Yes, we're gonna do this. Yeah, I'm gonna create a new route, which is gonna be empty for now, but this is gonna come from Buckaroo Mungos, where you will be picking up. I'm not gonna try and find it. Herbs. You're gonna do 3 of those. Then you're gonna go to like a chica, and you're gonna load up on orchids, which is absolutely chock-full. And then you're gonna go to Mbesa, to Tabarim, and you're gonna unload all of that. There we go, perfect. Don't have a ship right now that can do that, I don't believe. Let's check the old world. I don't think I have a... I have the snapping turtle. Just sitting there, no reason. Okay, that's lovely. Snapping turtle, there you go. You go and do that, and then we change this guy. So basically remove this altogether, and then we do cotton. No, not fabric. Sorry. Cotton. Go. So just do that. Now, where are you? You are on your way to somewhere. We'll see about that. Right. So the idea is for Mbesa to have lifestyle needs, add that one. So you get a few more that way, but it would be nice if you can also just upgrade here. And I can see that we can easily do, I think all of these can easily be upgraded.
It is such a privilege to pass on one's wisdom.
Let's see here, which is it? That one is the one that we want to check. Yeah, that seems fine. So up to 59. So yeah, if they can get the orchids, because this one is also going down, so I'm losing right now. So we are not using enough of those. Now, with that, I have increased the need of some of these things. So, that's still fine, but yeah, very, very little in terms of seafood stew. Do we get...
Taborim, Tabernacle
find
of
someone
Invasion
who-
Splendor.
who actually helps out with that? Orchid is not interesting. Let's roll the dice a few times. So what I want is someone who makes more seafood. That's what I want. Do I have a ship here, by the way? No, we do not have a ship there. We also
Still
need
no
to have a ship.
reporting?
We're supposed to buy something. Let's see. Ooh, another map of Ancient Outpost. That is potentially interesting. Okay, we'll wait for that then. But yeah, having someone produce more seafood stew, that could very well be good. Can you fit in here, by the way? No, you can't. That's a bit annoying. So would like to have these sort of... I mean, I suppose I could have them closer to each other. You are all very, very much not doing well. So how about we upgrade another one and see if that helps out a little bit. So you're probably immediately gonna be maxing out, right? That is also a bit interesting now that I think about it. Why did you have 6
This city
slots?
is a magnet for
Ah,
genius.
scammer. I don't think that that means the same as today. Yeah, why do you have 6 slots if we can never get to the 6th slot? Call Paloma. Call Paloma to get your selections delivered to. I don't know what that means. But hopefully this will alleviate these at least a little bit. It's like you're Yeah, you're already doing the work. Good. But we are gonna need even more seafoods to do, aren't we? So we're gonna... I'm just gonna do 2 more. Oh, we're gonna need so much teff though. Okay, it's fine. Can I fit a few more teff farms in here? These are the teff ones. Can I... That is an interesting question. Can I actually utilize this one? We do want the fertilizer, by the way. We do want it. That's... I'm thinking now, what is the most effective thing? I think this is the most effective. Bloody hell. Allow me to do that. Can I get 168 tiles here, though? That is the question. Maybe, actually. And if I don't, it's fine. This is very damn close. Yeah, see, it's actually... We're lacking 1. See, I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Because I was correct, right? There isn't any other... And those are all red, 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 red. Yes. Can I fix that? I think I can. I actually can fix that, okay. We can do that by simply doing that. Ba-bam. Do that.
Workforce shortage.
I know, we're working on it. Shit out. And there we go. Ba-bam. Awesome. So we have 1 more teff, but you are indeed not connected to a warehouse. But we can fit a warehouse in here, so it's absolutely fine. And we can even upgrade that guy. There we go. Oh, but you're not in range. You have no range. We can fix that too. Okay, we'll move that guy. We can fix that because you sort of sit out here. It's not like the best spot. But then we can have this guy here. There we go. Now, I still don't have... How much fertilizer are we shipping from Newton Base? We're not shipping that much. You're picking up in Placa Chica, and aren't we like doing super well in Placa Chica these days? I think we were, right? I was checking this in the last episode, I believe. Fertilizer, yeah, we have a lot of it. So what we really ought to do... Add another ship? I mean, I could just add another ship to that guy. Okay, you know what? We are producing more ships, so add one of those cargo ships to that line so we can get more fertilizer coming. Lovely. But, oh, what? Oh! I was about to say, why are we at negative 300? That doesn't feel correct, does it? What? That doesn't feel correct. Okay. That does not feel correct, because we have all of the needs here. And all of these don't matter, I think. These are only coins and stuff. Why are we at negative 300? Also, by the way, let's speed time up. You're coming in with some herbs. Cotton, cool. You are going to deliver... Oh, yeah. You're gonna deliver those together with the cotton, but then you're not gonna pick up any more of that. So now... It's not... Oh, never mind. I know why. I built like several more of these. That's true. That's true. That is correct. Right. Okay, well, it's fine. You're gonna come up and we're gonna get more eventually. As soon as this guy, which is probably still on its way, I'm gonna assume. Yes, still on its way. Sadly. So we're still some time away from this to correct itself. That's a bit annoying. I mean, I could obviously just increase, because now I'm lacking so much over here. But, okay. You're at least getting to where you need to be. So I could look into soap. I would assume that I don't have anything from Old to Embasa
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
that has free stuff. Yes, I do. Okay. I do have a clipper that can deliver stuff. Okay. Hold on. What happened?
Words can't
You have
express how
arrived.
grateful we are.
Over here. Good. Quack, quack, quack. And you know what? The other thing can just... what? Can I do this? No. Not while you're in the region. So you
Let
come
the
here.
sails
And back to Old World. We have availability to do soap. If we have soap, that is. We have a number of... yeah, okay. Here's another thing we're trading away like idiots. Yes, so... Orthodox Queen so absolutely can deal with that. So we are going to add also Orthodox Queen so move that up. Load soap. Load soap. Sorry, wait. Yes, load and unload. No, never mind. You are not a cargo ship. Damn it. Yes, confirm that. So that's you. We have a cargo ship doing that guy. We need grain down there? Yeah, we need grain for something. Anyway, expeditions time. Ah, crack in the hull. Let's do some stuff about that.
Your ship has
The
returned from
water
its
pump. Crafty crew has solution for everything. Awesome. Let's move on. I think we had that before. Sorry. You have arrived over here.
Hold the crane.
On course.
We are gonna try... ooh, isn't that the same as I've had before? I think so. Also, I completely forgot about this. So we have missed our chance. I can do this. We can be in this view. So again, we're looking for someone to do... or something. Oh, right. They should also look at things, not just people. That's farms. Residences, musician monastery, lobster fishery, but I don't care about lobster fishery. Ooh, scorpion, but I already have that guy. Net trap, that's for fishery. Fire station goes for a Sanga farm. I'm looking for seafood. Salt work, lobster fishery, not the one. Treasure tea spicer. Could be interesting. Linseed instead of hibiscus. I don't think that matters to me. Spice farm, spice fertility provided. If we would need that, but I don't think we do.
Ship constructed.
Good. Basin residence. The spice farm has agenda. I don't care about those. I do care about those. Stop a gate for the water pump. More irrigation capacity. Which is a monastery. Tapestry, ceramics and pipe. Just fire down. I don't care about that. Keep rolling. Lanternsmith. No. Tapestry, ceramics. Do I even have anything that affects what I need it to affect? I don't even know. There's some rules and basic stuff, but I don't care about that right now. Clay collector, paper mill, increased productivity. That's not bad, actually. I wouldn't mind that one. Okay, fine. There we go. So while we're here, so let's have a look at the map. I think don't I recognize him? Has to be this guy, right? Yes, it's literally here.
Room to maneuver.
It's basically the old world. I think that's the most difficult because it has a lot of tiny islands that can be relevant. But anyway, we're down to 31, and that is with the full shebang here. And we're gonna get that guy as well. We're gonna get that guy as well. But that'll work well.
I'm
now,
leaving like
do you
Urania.
need anything? You want some
With
hot
none of the
sauce,
responsibility.
jam, and ponchos? We could definitely do hot sauce and ponchos here. But we have a situation where I would love this guy to have from idle ships. What did I create? What did I create? Has to be this guy, right? You're not doing anything. There we go. So we can get more fertilizer, because we are lacking fertilizer like all the damn time. Not right now, though, I think. We're sitting at 20. Good. Because you are shipping away stuff. That's lovely. Right. So now doing okay, but we're gonna get there. And did I... Hold on, did I even set this up? Hold on, did I even set it up? No, I did not even set a new line up. We are gonna have to set up a new line, which is from Aberim to Crown Falls. New route, and from here we're gonna have the tapestries, 2 of those, and the seafood stew, 2 of those. And we could actually fix already, because we are going to need more things from Embase, I think, if I'm not incorrect.
No essays today.
We don't have the telephones
Ryan
yet. Yes, the clay pipes, which is why I didn't want them to be doing stupid stuff with the clay pipes, which is to trade them away. So we can immediately actually do that. So clay pipes, yes indeed. There we go. So accept that one, and then we're just gonna wait. And while we wait, oh well, because I'm gonna need more ships. It's more and more and more and more ships. So we have steel, good. So let's see. This, don't care. I think the salvager could already be in position. Yes, indeed. Dive for that one. You know what? I think I can do this. I think I can just activate it from here, can't
Success at sea is not easily won.
I? Okay, I've gotten something. So there we go. There's
Full
another
steam
one.
ahead.
So what did you actually pick up? You picked up a Powerless turbo generator. We've had that before. Electricity. How interesting is electricity here?
Tariku, show them around.
I mean, can anything be electrified here? I don't think so. So it doesn't really matter. But I also got some regular scrap. Now we have another map, which is sort of elongated thing. Which has to be that guy, right? So to the east has to be here. So it has to. Further down. Surely it's this map, right? Or island. Sure, it is. Yeah, it was higher up than I thought it was. Right there. There we go. And you come back over here. Again, as I said about the items here, I don't even know if there is an item that's related to the seafood maker. I mean, that is a good one. This paper, I believe, is going to be important. We are outputting paper, though, quite a lot. And you're supposed to be making the illuminated script, which I assume that we are like also maxing out on then. Is that the case? Not really. We are trading it away. I'm gonna start trading that one too. I'm just gonna assume that we might need these. So anyway, while we're here, as I said, here we go. More stuff. A bit underwhelmed about the Powerless turbo generator. How many of those do I have by now? Like 3? It's fine, I suppose, but yeah. I mean, I suppose
Thank the Admiral.
You know what? Not... Ooh, a great white shark. That's
Greed,
interesting.
Pure greed. It has a
Bloody
vice-like
stop it. I don't know why you zoomed in or honed in on this guy, but you know what? You know what? The maintenance cost goes up, but I don't care so much about maintenance cost.
We have the devil to pay.
That might be interesting in Crown Falls, as a matter of fact, now that I think about it. So the discovery of several strange artifacts on board spooks the crew, tied to the rigging, bunks, boards, and even atop the captain's desk. A warning? A threat? And who put them there? Since the nearby island is uninhabited, it is sensible only to think that the perpetrator must be aboard. The crew must know or have seen something last night. So I have an anthropologist, guaranteed success. I can do some diplomacy stuff, but I don't know. The
We know
anthropologist,
not
obviously.
peoples as you.
For good luck, remarks the anthropologist, inspecting the spherical red dolls for setting of goals and perseverance in achieving them. Some people or a spirit of this place believe they can help us home. At this, your crew are big guy.
I can't make any promises.
I don't think it would be that easy, but I'm happy it was. So there you go. But yeah, you know what? Go to Cape Forlorn and Crown Falls. There we go. Now, I am eager to sort of await the shipments of things. So, is it you guys? No, you require TEF. Are we producing enough TEF, by the way? Now, because I built one more. Yeah, we're absolutely producing enough TEF. I suppose that is with fertilizer, which we aren't always going to have. But we could, I suppose, also add more. I mean, we have definitely stuff that we can do stuff with here. That one has, rather this sort of joint system has a lot more capacity, so I can absolutely do more stuff over here. And I was talking about also before having more residences here. We'll see if I need that. For now, I think we're fine.
Have you heard?
You know what? Let's just make sure. Let's just make sure. And we are not underproducing or something. Here we are. Are we producing herbs here? Apparently we're producing herbs somewhere. Let's just make sure we are doing okay on the finery. Even if it's just pots, fine. Spiced flour under. Gotcha. Very close to that. But spiced flour we apparently need even more of. So let's just build one more of those. There we go. Right. Yes. I'm just having to think here. How much do we have of this? Maxing out. So that'll be fine. But it is now just the elders. But as soon as we get the shipments that we're awaiting from the old world, do I still not have a ship? That is... Oh, I have the Brillante too. That's true. But I'm producing more ships as well, aren't I?
Ship constructed.
As I just said. There we go. So add a new ship. The Samson 3. So you're gonna go over to Mbesa, pick up a whole bunch of stuff. But from you to Mbesa, this guy. Are you on your way? Yes, you are about to actually exit this region with a full set of stuff. Good. So soon you're gonna get a big old chunk of herbs and orchids, which is what you are requiring.
Oh, I
Let's
didn't
see, what
expect
are
you.
you? Saltworks are you? I mean, I could. Because we do get those. Oh, we have yet another one of these things. Why don't we? Thank you. Monastery, salt, lobster. What I was thinking about is lobster fertility. I think I've seen that. Dry house, paper mill, no. Tapestry ceramics, water pump, even more irrigation capacity could be interesting actually. But for now it's fine. Spice farm, zoos, etc. Goat farm, Sanga farm, no. Serious museum things. Pop farms again. Either I haven't unlocked it. And oh, I had that one. Either I haven't unlocked it, or there's something else going on. I'm gonna spend a little bit more money. I'm actually eating into my 20 plus million. Another map. Why don't we? Oh, that actually stacks. Good. So you have a gelada. I already have one of those. One of those. You are for the a lot of lantern and luminar and stuff like that. Luminar again. So I don't care about that. Still do not care. More luminar. I think lobster fishery again. Yeah. Lake collector paper mill again. Would be nice, but no, this is the final one that I do. Ceramics and pipe maker productivity up. That could be interesting. You know what? Yeah. Ceramics and pipe maker. Get that one. We can utilize that quite effectively, yes.
Adjust the sail.
Manola, less attractive, I don't care about that. So, did I do a trade union over here? No, I have not. So, which are those? Those are, we can set this up. Ceramic, we have one over there. Then it was pipe, right?
Stations.
Pipe maker. And those are, would you believe it? They are right next by to each other, so we don't need to fuss about with this too much. Just add that guy over there, and we'll deal with that. So that ship is obviously still some time away. That's the peahen. We have the frigate, who is just here chilling. Where are you, by the way? Right, you are here. You can be here instead. I think that you're supposed to be here. There we go. But the cargo ships that I'm doing really ought to replace most of what we have going on here in Embesa, because if we do again 3 Embesa, 1, 2, 3, I have five schooners running around this place, which is something I could have checked here instead. Embesa to new. What are you doing? Base to Manola Tef. Why are we shipping Tef to Manola? Who the hell needs Tef in Manola? Oh, that was a happiness thing, right? Yes, that was a happiness thing. But that's an international one. So we have 5 schooners, which we can replace with 2 cargo ships. So I think that is a pretty wise choice. You know what I'm gonna do? Not that we're struggling or anything, but we're gonna have ourselves a little championship here. There we go. Have a little bit of a championship, get a bit of extra influence, because why the hell not, eh? You have arrived here, add, go over here, add thing, that guy. What else did I have here? I have a dry house productivity, I have crop farms. Yeah, see, if I add this, I mean, you're powered, but does that matter? Because again, you can't be powered. I don't think that matters. Yeah, that doesn't matter, so we can just remove that guy. Then we also had tapestry, ceramics, and pipe maker, chance of fire down. Okay, you know what? That's fine. More stuff with the expedition. Sargassum, ship in need of rescue. And we have the cargo ship, so we can also do that. We get a reward. Oh, Constable Chaos for free. Well, don't mind if I do. I was looking at her. Wasn't I? How was I looking at her? I don't know. So you're doing ceramics workshop and pipe maker, but also this guy. So now there's... I don't know if there was any chance of fire, but you know what? Why the hell not, eh? So we could move some stuff around here, couldn't we? How many dry houses do I have? I have 3, and those are those 3. So obviously, what we could do is if we shift you around, you can go over there. It's these guys, right? Yes. Couldn't I? Okay, if I didn't... Okay, you know what? Let's start with that. Let's start by putting we're placing these two in here. Let's do that, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Now, how can I... Aren't you... How are you not affected by that? Oh, sorry. Here we go. That guy. Perfect. So that is affected by it. I just realized that. So there we go. More effectiveness on that. Don't really need it, but like I have the items, why not use them? There we go. You are now just gonna sit here. That's fine. We have... You're right, you're the one that's supposed to pick up stuff. I was about to say, where's the stuff that you're supposed to have, man? But no, this is not the one that was in the new world.
Your ship has
that one
returned
comes
from
here.
its voyage.
Awesome. So there we go. Silver dragon. Lovely. So we're going to dump all of those in there. And in fact, how can I utilize this? Because I was talking about having like some new area over here. And if I can have a trade union sitting at like this situation and add the turbo generator, that's kind of nice. Then we have some other things as well. So potato farm, let's look at the... So we have a clock maker, for example. We are producing clocks here, aren't we? Yes. So for example, how about we... Productivity, maintenance cost down. So add you. What else do we have? Fur dealer.
A competitor's island is under siege.
Fur dealer. I am... Why am I not producing my own furs? Well, I will actually. Because I am going to get the fertility for that. And we're going to be able to produce cottons. We are actually going to start producing our own fur dealers. Not, you know what I mean. So that's an interesting one. And that is substitute workforce. Instead of its usual... So instead of artisans, you use workers, which doesn't really matter to me. But also it processes wool instead of cotton fabric. Could be useful as well. That is for cab assembly line. Oh, bloody hell. Don't even have that. Cab assembly? Which one is that? I don't think I've gotten to that one yet. Awesome. And then we have carpentry and window. Productivity up. Yeah, you know what? So there we go. The clockmaker. Where do we have the clockmaker? We have the clockmaker right here. So you... Okay, first and foremost, I think. First and foremost, where do you want to be? Oh, first and foremost, I'm going to move this. I'm going to move it one... Oh, I'm going to move it here. We're going to have a road like that. Oh, damn it. Not like that. A road like that. I'm basically just gonna encapsulate all of this, is what I'm thinking, with one space. So basically here, right? I'm correct, right? Yes, and then... Was it there? Yes. So this little this is not a circle, this is a square, is going to be where we do our business. And I think that if I just build a small warehouse over here, that'll be fine. Just upgrade it a few times, but only that much. Then obviously this needs to connect, and for now it'll connect like that. I don't know if you need to be connected to anything, but we'll see. So if I now grab you and I add you to here, you affect that, and you now have electricity. There we go. That's pretty damn solid. And then we have also carpentry and window. So let's just deal with that. We have the two window makers over here. So for now, I'm just going to add these into the mix here. And then we have carpentry, and isn't that just the very regular. No, that's that guy. Which one is the carpentry then? Which one's the carpentry? What do carpentry guys behind? I should know this. I realize now. Carpentry. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna get this, don't worry. So that's the sawmill. That's not carpentry. Is it in here? That's annoying. That I don't immediately realize which that one is. It's not gonna be any of these. Is it something here then? None of those. Not there. Carpentry. Why am I struggling with this one, huh? Carpentry, carpentry, carpentry. None of this is carpentry. Botanical garden, light bulbs, filament glass. Oh, which one is that? I mean, it feels like it should be a bit early, shouldn't it? Can I? Yeah, this is the thing. I don't remember where the like Wikipedia is. Can I see that here? Hold on. I can see it like that. See, that's the point. Yeah, I can see it like that. I'm gonna look that up. But we have more stuff we can ship over here. But all of this, ooh, that was barely that it actually worked that way. But we can add a road over here, so that's fine. And you're absolutely being affected by this, even though this is not connected to any roads. So I think that that is an idea. And it doesn't have to be just these, by the way. That's the point. We can easily add, I'm gonna say like the more crucial buildings. So for example, the bloody tailor shops, it's very important that they are always powered. So how about we have those down here?
A competitor's island
And
withstood
how many
an
of those
attack.
did I have? 3, so we have one goes over there. Let's add you. And I am gonna say it's quite important that these are running as well. So allow me to grab these two. And we're just gonna, yeah, we can add you like this, I think. With, actually not a road like that. Let's add a road like that. I know it's a bit weird. But this guy does reach, this guy does reach, good. So those I'd say are quite important. Then we have a light bulb factory. Feels also very important that you don't run out of steam, so to speak. I can probably work around this situation. We'll see. And then we have the filament factory. Same thing here. Feels important. They're very big, these, though. See, I'm left with a bit of space. And I suppose I am going to be able to actually move this down when I think about it. Not much. Wait, isn't that exactly... Oh, okay. No, yeah, a little bit. Let's end the episode by doing this thing. Dockyard Duke, we have been robbed. Let's diplomacy our way. Oh, I could have probably done something else, I realize now. But we made the case well, so you know what, it's fine. There we go. Let's slow time down and say again, what the hell did I do in this episode? I don't know, but we did some stuff. I have alleviated this now a little bit, which is lovely. I don't know if that means that this, like, uses less oil, potentially. But would you believe it? How much do we have on the island? We have 0. Because we have always 0 oil, apparently. There is some oil coming, though, so that's a good thing. And if we just quickly go to base, we can end the episode in base, actually. Have we...
Just say the word.
You're doing some stuff, but now we should have... Yes, we have so many people now, because now we have a whole bunch of herbs, a whole bunch of orchids. And I did set up a I did set up a soap thing, didn't I? Or did I forget that? Yes, I did forget that. Okay, we're gonna fix that. Okay, fine. Oh, bloody hell. No, we're not doing that. We are doing some... You know what? We're gonna do some consumerism.
I don't think it's
Because we
too
kind of need
severe.
it.
Not
And
at
then we're
all.
just not gonna have that. There we go. Lovely. So there we go.
Pig crab.
Oh, shut up.
I like to read my
There we go. He sees
You
what I'm
show
doing.
weakness.
I don't care about you. Aren't we in a war, by the way? No, we're not, because I paid you. And then, well, actually, I didn't. Yeah, I did pay you, and then I paid you again. Bloody Margaret. Anyway, with that said, with a bit of expansion over here, we are gonna be hopefully doing quite well for ourselves in Crown Falls with our scholars, hopefully. But they're gonna expand, and we're gonna need more things. But that is coming later. For now, though, this has been Ghost Gaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.